Hi, I'm Travis, and it's my personal goal and privilege to interview every person in the world. In light of that, let us consider that the Soviet Union was dissolved in 1991 after George H.W. Bush heroically asked them to please stop that. Mikhail Gorbachev, the last leader of that apocalyptic hellscape, is here with us today to talk about his nation's eventual turn to democracy. Mikhail Gorbachev, welcome to the program.
That's quite an intro. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, what's it like being the leader of Russia? Is it good?
Have you been to Russia?
No.
Okay, it's not great. I wouldn't recommend it.
They have bears.
They have bears. There's Russians. It's a scary place, especially in the winter.
Because of the bears?
Partly.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? My notes actually say you're named after Mikhail Gorbachev.
There we go.
Is that correct?
That's a bit more accurate, yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't want to assume just by looking at you.
Fair enough. You never know these days.
Yeah, well, plastic surgery and all that. You know, I know he had that weird birthmark on his face.
Yeah, you could get that lasered off nowadays, though.
Yeah. So is that why you were named after Mikhail Gorbachev?
No, I was named after Mikhail Gorbachev because my dad was obsessed with the Soviet Union and the Cold War growing up, had nightmares. And when that ended, Mikhail Gorbachev was a big part of that.
Sure.
He thought, I'll name my firstborn after that man.
After the man he has nightmares about?
I think that man saved him from the nightmares.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. But this is about you. Wait, who's your dad?
Jordan Peterson. Yeah. I think you interviewed him a bit ago. He's a Canadian psychologist.
The nice Canadian man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you Canadian?
I'm also Canadian.
My condolences.
Yeah, I moved, actually. Fled, rather.
Oh. Like an exodus out of Egypt.
Somewhat.
That's a Moses reference. Great. Well, anyway, you're in good company because, I named my daughter after Stalin.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, her name's Joseph. She's a real go-getter. So it's quite a coincidence that I interviewed your father and now you. Mm-hmm. What do you make of that?
Maybe not very many people want to come be interviewed by you.
So does everyone ask you what it's like to be his daughter? Should I ask you that? Is that a good question?
I mean, I'm open to it. I do get asked that quite a bit.
Okay. So, I mean, did you know he has 12 rules for life?
I did. He actually has a lot more rules for life than that.
More than 12?
I mean, there were a bunch I got told when I was growing up that weren't included in the book.
So, his 5th rule says, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. What did you do that made him come up with that? Was it the lion diet?
He's actually a fan of the lion diet. It took a lot of pestering, though. A lot of pestering. I think that rule was based around kids I had over and not necessarily me.
So what was it like growing up with rules like that in your life?
Helpful, mostly. So one of the rules that he taught me when I was really little was don't listen to stupid rules. And that wasn't one of the rules in his 12 rules book.
That sounded pretty good. That would be great if it was like the last rule and then it was like, psych, don't listen to any of these rules.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't classify those rules as stupid. But I guess that's up to the individual.
He did say that you have a superpower for asking stupid questions, which is a weird thing to say about your daughter.
I mean, he said superpower though, right? So that's got to be good.
Yeah, were you bitten by a radioactive stupid person?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, would you like to ask me some stupid questions?
I would. Did you dress the way you dressed to mimic my dad, or was that just a coincidence?
Well, that is a stupid question. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I gave him this picture of Sonic the Hedgehog, and he seemed really grateful, but he didn't take it.
He left it here.
He
that was
left it.
Probably an accident.
That's right. Could you give it to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I just want to make sure that he gets it. Just frame it put it in his office without telling him, he'll like it.
Whose signature is that?
It's mine.
You drew this?
I drew it.
That's not bad.
It's made out of art.
Oh, I'll get it framed. I'll put it in my dad's office.
Thank you.
He'll like it.
He will, yes.
Yeah, it goes with
Obviously.
the Soviet art.
So you have a brother, right?
I do.
Cool, me too. Cool. So what do you do for a living?
I am working with my dad and my husband on launching Peterson Academy, an online education platform. That's a big part of what I do. And we're live. You can go to petersonacademy.com and sign up there.
Could you describe the courses?
We kept them engaging so that people who tune out, people like you, could stay engaged with animations popping up every 30, 40 seconds.
I like animations.
There you go.
Would they give me like an honorary degree? Can you arrange that? Like an honorary doctorate?
No, I don't think we'll be giving out any honorary degrees. You'll have to watch the courses and do the exams. Yeah.
No Sonic courses though?
Not yet.
Got to get those rings.
Excuse me?
Nothing. It's fine. Just ignore it. O.J. Simpson, your thoughts?
Oh my gosh, on O.J. Simpson? I have no thoughts on O.J. Simpson.
No.
I feel like that must have been a little bit before me, no? Or I wasn't allowed to watch TV as a child. That might have been another rule. That's on my mom's side, though. Wasn't allowed to watch TV as a child. Wasn't kept up to date in a lot of things, other than The Simpsons.
I see. The Simpsons, not the O.J. Simpsons.
Yes, just The Simpsons.
Okay. But we can agree that O.J. was a Simpson, in a matter of speaking.
We can.
So you liked O.J.,
No.
but you like The Simpsons.
Yes.
Okay, so you like O.J., cool. So how do you make money?
I make money primarily from my podcast. So that grew, and I make ad revenue from my podcast.
What's it? You actually make money doing that?
I do. It's shocking, but I do.
How do you do that?
Well, I don't do it. My husband helped me monetize the podcast because it is difficult to do. We started reaching out to the owners of products I use and then advertising them on the podcast.
Excuse me. And now a word from our sponsor. Commercial break.
You know, the food pyramid was never just a pyramid, it was actually just a box of meat. Good Ranchers partners exclusively with local farms and ranches to deliver 100% American beef, pork, chicken, and wild-caught seafood right to your door. Because let's face it, good protein is the real foundation of happiness. Get $40 off at go.goodranchers.com/B40.
Thank you, sponsor. That was thoughtful and informative. Food, what is it? Do you like it?
I do like food. I don't eat a lot of different foods anymore. I do enjoy food.
So what do you eat then?
I eat steak, basically. Just steak.
Just steak.
Yeah.
So this is part of the lion diet we alluded to earlier?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
So you are on that permanently?
Hopefully not permanently, but for the last 6.5 years, yes.
Well, I mean, meat's pretty good.
It could be much worse.
Yeah. What would be the worst food to eat?
Sun-dried tomatoes.
Sun-dried tomatoes, like the sun-dried tomato diet.
Yeah.
So if you were to take every meat you've eaten and put it all back together, how many cows would that be? Is it 3?
Oh, it's many more than 3.
It's 3, isn't it?
It's not 3. It's many more than 3.
Okay. How many chickens?
In the last 6.5 years, not very many chickens.
Now, okay, so maybe you don't understand the question. What I mean is how much, if you molded the beef together in the form of a chicken,
I did.
How many chickens would that be?
I misunderstood the question.
Yes. How many chickens worth of cow meat have you eaten?
I don't want to say tens of thousands, but a lot of chickens.
Wow. But you don't want to say it, but that's the answer?
It probably.
Wow. Just makes you think, you know? Mm. So what is the lion diet and why should I be interested?
Well, I'm on it because I had a juvenile rheumatoid arthritis growing up. It's very severely. I was on multiple medications. I had chronic fatigue, depression, and things were going terribly. And I ended up on the diet by restricting processed foods and eliminating, and my symptoms slowly disappeared.
Oh, you know, I'm sorry. Is this insensitive? I'm
not offended by carrots.
It's just my daily interview carrot, you know.
What is an interview carrot?
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
I've never been in an interview where somebody was eating a carrot.
Well, now you have, okay? Deal with it.
Okay, fair enough. You're gonna eat that with a sticker on it. It took maybe 2 years of doing a paleo diet and a restrictive diet to get my autoimmune condition under control. I was still eating vegetables at that point. And then in 2017, I cut out the vegetables and I went to just steak. In 6 weeks, a lot of my autoimmune symptoms went away. And then after 5 months, my depression went away.
So why cows? Why not bread or healthy vegetables? Are you sure?
I am sure. Bread was out. Bread was out for sure. Grains were out. They just caused. I didn't decide any of this. My body kind of decided. Otherwise, I'd probably be eating sushi all the time. You know, if I had.
Well,
been able
sushi
to
is
decide.
meat. Is that not good?
Not with everything that's included in it.
Okay. What if it was just the fish?
You know, I don't eat fish either.
Oh, because it's against the lion diet?
I mean, I guess you could say it's against it, but they cause like minor inflammatory responses in me. So just meat. Why beef? I assume it's because we've been eating ruminant animals for millions of years and it doesn't seem to irritate the gut. We could get into it further if you'd like to.
Eating them for 6,000 years. Okay.
I had tried everything. I tried the immune suppressants, I tried the painkillers, I tried the anti-inflammatory medications. I'd already gone through the list of drugs I could use to treat arthritis, and I ended up with a hip and ankle replacement.
So you're a cyborg.
Basically, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Can you run faster?
I can't.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to come with many benefits. I beep at airports.
How about avocados, the other green meat?
I had to cut avocados too. They gave me arthritis.
But it's meat.
It's not meat. Yeah.
So if you were in the Garden of Eden, and the serpent told you, you should eat this fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because, look, would you just be like, no thanks, I only eat cows?
Yeah. If it was just me plopped in there right now, probably.
Well, that probably would have saved us a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I think Eve should be on the lion diet.
I agree.
Everyone's telling us, eat your vegetables, but they're killing you?
Oh, I don't think
people?
the vegetables, are killing people. I think some people have such damaged guts and immune systems that all these components in mostly processed foods just further contribute to inflammatory responses. And if you just eat meat, it doesn't contribute to an inflammatory response. So the lion diet is mostly for people who are extremely ill, autoimmune disorders, severe psychiatric problems, and very damaged guts.
Gross.
Yep.
So you wouldn't necessarily say the food pyramid is a lie?
I would say that as well, for sure.
That it is a lie?
Yes.
Because I learned that in school. It was...
I know, everybody learned that in school.
Well, would you help me build a new food pyramid? Here's our food pyramid. Now, I've taken the liberty of removing everything from it so you can put it where it needs to go.
Perfect.
So, like, where would you put sesame oil?
Sesame oil
Is
can go
that-
at the very top.
Okay.
That shouldn't even really be on the food pyramid, but if we can't keep it off, we'll put
Well,
it
it
at the top.
does. This is your food pyramid. It can be anything.
Oh, in that case, we'll just put that on the side.
So never eat oil.
Yes. Okay, what's next?
How about bread?
That can
Do
also
you like
stay
bread?
off. I do
Oh.
like bread, but that's off my food pyramid for sure.
Mushrooms?
Now, are those psilocybin mushrooms? Those look like special mushrooms.
I think these are super mushrooms that make you grow big, like Mario.
Okay, let's put those at the top.
Okay. Where would Sizzler go on the food pyramid?
I don't know what Sizzler is. I'm Canadian. Is that an American thing?
It's an American tradition.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is it a steakhouse?
They have steak. It's a restaurant where you can get cheese toast for free.
For free?
That's the Sizzler way. And there was a commercial a long time ago where someone picked up a seashell and they listened, listening to the ocean, but then it just says Sizzler. And it's like, oh, well, I got to go to Sizzler.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, they serve steak?
Yeah, they give you choices. One of the choices is steak.
Okay. That can go up next to the mushroom.
Oh, also at the top.
Can we stick both of them in there?
Does that mean it's the best one in the pyramid?
No, that means you eat very little of it.
Okay. Okay. So then where would beef go?
That goes at the bottom.
At the bottom. Okay. Milk?
Milk? I don't eat any milk.
This is whole milk. Well, when you think about it, milk is kind of like beef juice. Don't you like beef?
I do. I wouldn't
So down at the
classify-
bottom.
No, let's keep that one off too. This is
Okay.
going to be, I know, it's a depressing looking food.
So
pyramid.
far, our pyramid is Sizzler, mushrooms, and beef. Okay. Well, what about this dubious food?
Is that a blurred out chicken?
It's food that doesn't taste good because I messed it up in the microwave.
Oh. Probably keep that off as well.
Really?
Probably safer
I worked so
that
hard
way.
on it. Okay. All right. What about this Phoenix down?
Oh, that's off for sure. I'm so allergic to down, it's not even funny.
But it brings your party members back to life if they die.
Is that from a video game? This is what happens if you grow up watching The Simpsons and are deprived of other things.
Okay. What about this beef?
Right next to the other one.
Oh. And this one?
Yep, down there too.
Oh. Okay, but that's it.
Oh, we should include the other ones as well.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They could go above, actually. You might as well fill those two spaces.
Oh. So like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our new food pyramid consisting of beef, one mushroom, and a restaurant. Okay. Okay, I mean, no milk, huh?
No, not that kind of milk.
What if I
anyway.
wanted a bowl of cereal?
You'd probably have to do a different diet.
I mean, you can't have like a meat cereal?
You can't have a meat cereal, no.
Boo, boo, boo. Oh, you know what that sound means? Bonus round. Extra beef. Where's the beef go?
Oh, let's put it right below the mushroom.
Okay. So now this is our complete pyramid.
There's one thing actually that's missing off of this pyramid.
Oh,
Or it should be near the top too.
okay. I'm out of flannel.
Vodka?
Vodka?
Yeah.
The drink.
The drink, yeah.
Oh.
I know it like discredits the entire food pyramid here,
Hmm.
but it doesn't cause an immune response.
Oh.
And I have almost no vices, so vodka can go up there.
Okay, well, we can use this as vodka.
Oh, perfect.
So,
That could
here? Down here?
It could maybe replace. Why don't we replace Sizzler? Can we do that? Okay, there we go. That feels
so
better.
this goes down here then.
Yeah, you can stick that down there if you order steak at Sizzler.
I usually get the Malibu chicken.
Okay, and in that case, we should we'll just put that there. Okay. That looks more like my food pyramid.
Okay, so that's your food pyramid. Okay. So do you think the food pyramid was built by food aliens?
No, I don't. Not food aliens. American corporations, definitely. American food corporations.
Do you believe in aliens?
No, not firmly anyway. I'm like agnostic about aliens.
Neat. So, what in our food is making everyone sick and depressed?
Well, in America, the number of ingredients that are added into food is more than anywhere else on the planet. So there are a bunch of ingredients that we're ingesting that aren't even legal in Europe. So that's part of it, is we're just eating things that we shouldn't be eating as food. And then the food pyramid that we've been taught is upside down. So grains are at the bottom, meat's near the top. So that's making people sick. You can continue your interview, Carrot. I promise I'm not offended.
Okay. So, obviously, because you're doing the Lion Diet stuff, you talk a lot about your health. So, and you mentioned that you have rheumatoid arthritis, or you did have it. So I guess that means it's not rude if I ask about it?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Did that hurt?
The rheumatoid arthritis or the question?
The arthritis.
A lot, yes. Especially before the joint replacements. I wouldn't recommend it.
Did your rheumatoid arthritis prevent you from playing video games?
No.
Do you like video games?
I mean, I used to play The Sims. Does that count as a video game?
It does count.
It's pretty good at The Sims.
Did you put your Sims on the Lion Diet?
I didn't. I don't think that's an option in The Sims.
Have you ever played Riven, the sequel to Myst?
Nope.
I mean, you have to take notes to win. Kind of teaches you to take notes.
That's the purpose. That's the purpose of the video game?
Not necessarily, but I mean, so in the first game, Myst, you're in this age, what they call ages, but you're really in a different dimension. They just call them ages. And this is the age of Myst. And you come across these two books, and there's two brothers trapped in each book. But they're both evil. They try to pretend they're not, but they are. So anyway, eventually, they kind of die if you get the good ending. And then you have to go to meet with Artis or Artrius. I forget his name. He looks like an old and tall Bilbo Baggins, because at the beginning of Riven, he's writing a book. And then you're like, oh, interesting, I like books. But then he kind of holds the book up and he goes, now you have to go to Riven. And it's like, oh, why? To save my wife, Catherine. And but then he just kind of makes you go. And I'm like, why don't you go? What's wrong with you? And, it's a fun game. It's hard. Like I said, you have to take notes. You forgot your Sonic drawing.
I do make crunchy things, though.
Well, look, give me an example.
You take any cut of beef and pressure cook it, and then air fry it in tallow and make it shredded like shredded pork. Now, is it similar to cereal after 6.5 years? Vaguely.
So you have to age it 6.5 years?
No, I'm after only eating meat for 6.5 years.
I'm sorry.
It's crunchy anyway.
So you put that in a bowl with milk?
No milk.
Water?
Tallow.
Tallow. What is tallow?
Beef fat.
So that's beef juice.
That's closer to what I would call beef juice, yes.
Thank you for watching Travis Interviews the World. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And leave a comment down below on who you'd like me to interview next. Would you like me to interview Genghis Khan? Attila the Hun? Fidel Castro? O.J. Simpson? No, he's dead. George Washington? Pat Buchanan?